Welcome back, brothers and sisters. Braden, Tim, Second Legacy. You're amazing for showing up. And oh, do we have something delicious to show you. Oh, Jim Jordan, he's activated beast mode. He's just pissed. And who's catching his ire? We've got some ATF catching some ire. We got FBI. We got the presidential White House situation. This you guys are going to love. So make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. Sarcasm and humor deployed in a perfection application for this 2A day. With that said, Tim, how are you doing, man? I know we had a little rough start. We had a lot of little giggles. We had to get the giggles out. So
yeah, we had a few false starts this morning. That's for sure.
We did. But we're locked in here for the people of Second Legacy. But fair warning, if we start giggling, yeah, the pump has already been primed. But yeah. Jim Jordan is mighty pissed.
Yeah,
mighty pissed.
Is he mad at Gerald Nadler?
No. He's not mad at the high-waisted fiend. No, the high-waisted fiend has escaped his ire for the moment, but he's writing some letters and recommendations to a few pieces that I want to tell you about to show you guys where this actually goes. So everything you run in Congress is through committees. They don't take a dump without planning it at a committee, right? It's always got to go to committee. Then it's got to go to the general house, and then it gets voted on, then it goes on, right? So the chairman of the judiciary, which is Jim Jordan, he just sent a letter and a recommendation to the chairman of the appropriations committee. Now, the appropriations committee is where all the money comes from. You want to be friends with the appropriations committee. Well, Jim Jordan, he's so pissed about the lawfare that he's sending letters directing at lawfare and then just throwing in the ATF and the FBI funding from the new headquarters, just all of it. They're like, screw all of it, burn it all down. I don't even care. No money. And I'm kind of like, well, I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me show you what he's doing here, Tim. First of all, we have a letter, of course, from June 3rd. This is to the Honorable Tom Cole is his name. He's the chairman for the Committee on Appropriations. Now, this was sent from the Weaponization of the Federal Government Committee. That's the subcommittee that Jim Jordan chairs that they got when they were negotiating with McCarthy. You got to know all this stuff and how it ties together. But here's the high-level stuff that they're recommending doing, and then I'll show you the actual pieces. So this is number 9. Reining in abusive federal law enforcement agencies. The committee and select subcommittee have received testimony about egregious abuses. So this would be like Brian Malinowski, right? The ATF killing a guy in his home. Misallocation of federal law enforcement resources and misconduct within the leadership ranks of the FBI. We recommend that the Appropriations Committee include language to eliminate any funding for the FBI that is not essential for the agency to execute its mission, including rescinding prior appropriations and prohibiting new taxpayer funds for any new FBI headquarters facility. We also recommend trying to fund the FBI, specifically policy changes, such as requiring the FBI to record interviews. Why do they not record interviews? Like, that seems like a bad idea. Go in this dark room with a bunch of FBI agents, and we're not going to record anything. What?
Yeah,
I don't want to do that.
Recorded. That's very Stasi-like.
Except their stuff. That's weird.
Yeah, they come out and say, "Well, this is what we heard you say. Can we review the tape?" There is no tape.
There is no tape. That's weird.
We heard you confess to everything.
Steve, it's a policy for ATF agents to have body cameras on at all times. They didn't. Why? Well, budget cuts.
Yeah.
Budget cuts?
Budget cuts last week. We had to turn them all in. Yeah.
We had to turn them all in. It was a real rough budget. By the way, did I mention Republicans did it?
We couldn't.
We only got 1.6 billion versus 1.9 billion. It's really hard. Cameras are expensive. Well, I noticed that the Little Rock Police Department also has a policy of cameras, but they weren't wearing theirs.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's because the ATF budget cuts too.
Weird.
They trickled down.
It's ATF budget cuts.
Yeah.
You nailed it. Oh, you're so smart. But yeah, so he's going ham sandwich. And then, of course, he's also talking about stopping politicized prosecutions. So we know all about that. Attorney General, presidents, former presidents, VPs. That's not really a subtle thing, but I want to show you what he threw in here around something that our people are going to love, and the ATF. And Tim, I dare say you might love it too. So this is number 8. And this is where you just get the list. It's like, where's that list of things that I hate? Okay, let's throw it in this letter. So these are all the things that they want the funds rescinded for and removed for, okay? I got 4 little things I'm going to throw at you real quick. The first one, basically no funding for any of these. The rule entitled Factoring Criteria for Firearms with Attached Stabilizing Braces. Okay, pistol brace rule. He wants to get rid of the funding for the Definition of Engaged in Business rule. Okay, that's okay. We're 2 for 2. Then he wants to throw out the definition of the frame and receiver. No money for any of that. And then finally, this one you'll like a lot. No money until the board or commission to be used to pay the salary of the ATF director until the operations plan related to the execution of the search warrant on Brian Malinowski's home and vehicle is provided to the Committee of the Judiciary of the House of Representatives. He wants to take away Steve's salary and rescind it until he produces the operations plan. Wow.
Yeah. That's pretty heavy.
Wow.
So there must
That's a pretty high ask.
I didn't know that they were hiding data from that. I mean, it was assumed, but I never saw any like definitive reporting. So Jim Jordan doing this clearly indicates that there's been some behind the scenes conversations.
Something's up.
And yeah, ATF isn't willing to share all the records. Now keep in mind, last time somebody, well, maybe not the last time, but one of the times that somebody was basically, or Congress was threatening to cut ATF funding, maybe even do away with the entire agency as a whole. It's shifted from department to department over the years.
Right.
One of the times when that happened, ATF went out to make a name for itself, and it culminated in a little event called Waco. So they literally went out there with PR in mind. Were handing out video cassette tapes to news reporters whom they were calling ahead of time saying, hey, something big's about to go down. Be at this address. Not going to say what, but just be here. We'll have blank tapes for you guys and food and, entertainment. And Waco happened. So it's very dangerous when these agencies get threatened with budget cuts and maybe even salaries being yanked because they tend to go a little rogue. And this agency has a history of rogue behavior. Just saying.
Just saying. No, I think it's valuable just to say, because after all, you are just saying.
Just saying.
So it does line up.
Yep.
The thing that allegedly, oh my goodness, you are on fire.
Woo, lawsuit
I'm so proud of you. Can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. Yeah, that's Rules 101 YouTube 101. Allegedly a whole lot.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's possible and feasible, and hypothetically, you'll be good.
Yeah.
You're ready for a channel. You got this. Yeah. What do you think would happen if they were like, Steve, you have no salary. We passed this law. What do they want? Just show the operations plan for the warrant for Brian Malinowski. It's under investigation. Well, so is your salary.
This is a scene right out of Office Spaces.
Dude, that's exactly
the
right.
guy with the red stapler. I haven't been paid.
I want my salary.
I
want my salary.
I so yeah, I can see Diddlebum burning the whole building down with his red stapler because he didn't get his salary. They quit paying him and put him in a basement office. And he still won't go away.
He's in the basement. You didn't see him down there? No, he's like 9 feet tall and goofy. Yeah, I haven't seen him.
He's been down there fumbling with a Glock for the last 3 years. Anyway.
That's good. But Jim didn't hold back there, though. Because if you're going to write a letter saying that no one gets any money, there's no rules that are going to be funded, the president can't infringe upon the Constitution protected speech, you can't investigate prior presidents, vice president, what would a letter be if you didn't just throw in the FBI crown jewel headquarters, right? This is number 13. So we're not going to give you the money for anything to build the new FBI headquarters in Maryland. And while we're talking on this subject, you know that $200 million we gave you prior? Yeah, we want that back. Like rescinded. Yeah. Wow, Jim.
And so it's going to be up to some developer to buy the property and turn it into apartment complexes or something now. No, it'll go through. This is all posturing. I mean, I love that he's doing this, but I honestly, if they actually stop construction on that building and it just goes into, like a ghost town to waste, I'll be very surprised. I think this is political posturing for the most part.
As always, Tim, like a bloodhound, you found it out.
Oh, did I? Because I don't read these articles, folks.
No. Your political intuition is as astute as your Gen X humor. It is. You nailed it. But here's the thing, and this is why I wanted to cover this and tell you about this. Is this posturing? Abso-freaking-lutely. Is Biden going to sign this? Absolutely not. However, and this is the part that's the important piece, a lot of these fights that we look at and the things that we cover, he has enough security in whatever polling he's looking at, whatever population gauge that he's reading, and he's saying, I got support for this. And he feels comfortable enough to put it forward.
Yeah.
This is the Game of Thrones that we're watching behind the scenes. It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to put this out. Watch this, and then basically it won't go anywhere. But they still did it.
Yeah.
Right. It's political posturing for political gain at the behest of the Trump conviction, which will generate more and more and more support for Trump and the Republicans down ballot. That is exactly what this is.
But it also documents like this cut the other way too in politics, right? So this will give all the paid propagandists on X something to tweet about. They're going to talk about, well, the Republicans say that the party of law enforcement, and here they are defunding the FBI. Yeah, they're defunding their temple to themselves.
Was that Mr. Magoo?
I don't know.
Did you just? That was a really that's a good. If it wasn't, you were damn close. Sorry, but you're correct. It does
voice.
cut both.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Thanks, Doc. But yeah, that's the most recent posturing I've got from the House Judiciary. Can't wait for tomorrow when we'll get a new one.
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's all Jim had to say.
That's it. He went down every single ATF rule, wants the warrant for Brian Malinowski, wants to defund the FBI headquarters, wants the $200 million back, sends an entire appropriations thing to stopping politicized prosecutions, reins in the abuse of federal law enforcement officers, and you give me that's it?
And that's all he's got for us?
You didn't want to buy Mars?
Massive underachiever. All right. Well, I'm guessing that's my cue to close this score. All right.
That's all I got for you. Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to underwhelm. I'm sorry.
I thought there was this was building this crescendo to this ultimate climax of craziness in the Senate and the House. And no. Okay. Thanks for watching Second Legacy. We'll talk to you guys soon.